Hi everyone, I'm so excited that you're back here with me on my channel. I'm Sonia Choquette. Very excited to share with you today something that I think is super important given that we're coming out of the pandemic, or at least the second or third wave, and we're kind of seeing the light of day, and we've had kind of a wild ride and we need to re-enter the world. One of the consequences of going through this period of time is it's been difficult for a lot of people, and consequently it's caused us to close our heart chakra. So that's not good for us, and it's really important to, as we re-emerge, give ourselves the full advantage of our open heart chakra, because it's the portal through which all good things come in life. So I'm going to talk about 3 simple ways to do that really will make a difference. Before I do though, if you're new to my channel, first of all, thank you for joining me, and I encourage you to subscribe. And just push the subscribe button and stick around, because I bring these kinds of tips and tools on a regular basis, and they really will elevate the quality of your life. Now let's go back to 3 simple ways to open your heart chakra again after going through a tough time. Well, first of all, how do you know if your heart chakra is even closed? We're going to start there. And the way you know your heart chakra is closed is because you're feeling defensive, exhausted, you're uninspired, you don't feel particularly connected to anybody or anything, even though intellectually you know, you're even told you're loved, you're not feeling it. You might be irritable, aggravated, exhausted, cranky, just generally feeling disconnected. And physically, there's no light in your eyes, there's no smile, there's no spontaneity. You're closed, you hold your breath, you kind of withhold yourself from others. You kind of are in the chronic observing, but I'm not participating mode, and I'm certainly not contributing at a level that feels really authentic. If you have these experiences, I'm pretty convinced that everybody knows if their heart's closed or not. I don't think anybody's walking around with a closed heart and being completely unconscious. However, you might not know that's a thing I can change, and that it's a good thing to change. So the next thing I want to talk about is, what are the benefits of going through the effort to reopen your heart chakra? Well, the first benefit is it improves your health, because your heart chakra is where your heart beats. It's the energetic overlay of your heart, and it's where your life force comes in. It's, when we are first in utero and we're kind of heading into our life experience, life is detected by the heartbeat. That force of spirit that comes in, and when that heartbeat is there, it means I'm coming through. So when we close the heart chakra, we turn that valve down and we get less and less and less life force. It's exhausting. It just really takes away the good vibes of life. The other thing that it helps is it helps you feel love. It helps you begin to feel love. You're loved. Maybe not in the way you want, maybe not by whom you want, but most of us are loved in some way. And nothing else. God loves you. Life loves you. The universe loves you. You are spiritually loved. So when your heart is open, you actually feel that experience. So it's not something you think, it's like, yeah, right, but you truly feel it. So that's another motivation for opening your heart chakra. Second thing is, it makes you very attractive on all levels. Open heart chakra brings out the beauty. It brings out the light in your eyes, the joy in your face, the positive good energy that you emote and radiate. So it becomes an attraction magnet of positive and good things in life. So there's another motivation. It also is what opens the door to your inspiration and creativity. Have you ever heard the saying, my heart's just not in it? Well, if your heart's not in it, if your heart is closed, not a whole lot of good is going to come out of it. It's going to be mostly an endurance experience and maybe even torture. So I hope this motivates you just a little bit for the benefits of opening your heart chakra. So the good news is that actually opening your heart chakra can be surprisingly easy if you're willing. So I propose that you go about these suggestions with kind of a curiosity. Not like I have to do this or I'm going to force myself, but just I wonder how I will feel if I try this. I'm not going to force myself to feel a certain way, but I actually will give it a full 100% try. So, the first thing you want to do is know that opening your heart chakra really involves just getting your inner child to come out of hiding, out of defense, out of protection, and out of hiding. And so you want to seduce your inner child out. You can't force it out and you can't talk it out. Doesn't work. You go to therapy, you might understand why your heart is closed. You might even get some insight of how it closed, and you might get some insight in the way you have to change some of your life choices to make it safer to be open, but it actually won't open your heart chakra. Play will, having fun. And I don't mean getting drunk and spending money stupidly or going high on drugs. We might think that's fun, but that's just diversion. Real fun is when your inner child self can start to play. So one of the easiest ways is to make a playlist of music that you absolutely love, absolutely enjoy, that reminds you of the best periods of your life. So you might go to children's songs, like maybe you remember movies when you were a kid or just pretty young, like maybe Grease or Little Mermaid or The Lion King, just movies that were musicals that had, soundtracks that were epic. ABBA soundtrack, for example. Maybe that, and especially if you know the words. So I'd say make a playlist of music because that moves you out of your thinking brain that's just really justifying why to close your heart. And it transports you to another world called your imagination, where your heart can begin to reopen. Secondly, not just make the playlist, sing it, because when you sing, you open the throat chakra. The throat is the chimney of the heart, and when you sing full on and full out, your heart spontaneously opens. So you feel differently. And then if you really want to take it up a notch and have an experience, dance. And if you can, you don't have to, a lot of people feel like, I don't dance. And the reason you don't dance is because your heart chakra is closed. Everybody with an open heart chakra dances. So, okay, I got it. Shuffle, shuffle. In singing is dancing with your voice. So if you want to ease into this, but don't be resistant because that's the heart chakra closed that won't let you dance. Now you can do it privately. And of course, if your spirit is not in your body, you won't feel motivated. But if you sing really loud with your favorite soundtracks, your movement, your dance, your groove will start to come back because your spirit comes back. Now, another way is if you have a pet, go play with your pet. Play fetch, play games, because you know what? Your pets like to entertain you. They love you unconditionally, and they love to make you laugh and happy. So play with your pets, and if you are a privileged soul who can actually occasionally go horseback riding, do. But if you're not, go to the zoo. Just go look at animals because that entertains your inner child, and that really brings out that sense of wonder in you. Or go to like a natural museum where you can see all the dioramas they created and transport you into that other world, or into an aquarium. That's something that just transports you out of yourself and into another world. That really opens the heart chakra, and you will feel it physically. You'll breathe deeper. You'll stop thinking about yourself. That's another way you know you are no longer in a closed heart chakra, because you're not thinking about yourself. There's no self to protect, which really just is your ego. So those are a couple of things. The other thing is to go for a run, or go for a bike ride, or go for, if you dare and you're good at it, go for a rollerblade. Go move rhythmically in some way. Move the rhythm, and if you can add some music in your head or sing as you do it, even better. You don't have to do it for long. Not at all. You can play charades. That's a huge, even if you begrudgingly don't want to do it, once the game begins, you'll get into it and give it a try. So these are just some simple ways to have the experience and the reminder of what an open heart chakra feels like. And when you have the experience and you have the reminder and you feel connected again, like, okay, I get it. I remember now. This is who I really am and how I'm actually supposed to feel. So, okay, got it. That's the experience that I encourage you to give yourself. And then we'll talk later. I'll come back again in the future and we'll talk about reasons why the heart chakra closes so you can make some better choices. But for now, let's just have the experience of why it's open and why you want to keep it open, why it's naturally good for you to have an open heart chakra. I have a book called True Balance and an online course called True Balance, which are really excellent and supportive to an open heart chakra and really help you understand all of your chakras. If you need a little extra support, you can find them on my website. I encourage you to explore. They work. They're really good. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Be sure again, if you're not subscribed, give it a go. See if you like it. Subscribe. Stick around for a while with me. See if it makes your life any happier, your heart any more open, and your overall connection to life a whole lot better. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back. All my love. Bye.